Sunday, reputed mobster Frank DeCicco was blown up by a car bomb in front of a Brooklyn restaurant. Today, he was buried.
Who was Frank DeCicco, the Gambino underboss who arranged Roy Demeo's murder? Frank DeCicco, also known as Frankie D and Frankie Cheech, was an American mobster and eventual underboss for the Gambino crime family in New York City. DeCicco was a tall muscular with a thick neck that showed exposed thick teeth when he was angry. He dyed his silver hair black, leaving silver streaks styled in a pompadour coif. He also had a slightly masked nose. A low-profile mobster, DeCicco drove a nondescript 1985 Buick Electra. Frank was an organized man who stole dozens of business cards in his suit jacket and kept a messy car. Former underboss and covenant witness Salvatore "Sammy the Bull" Carvalho described DeCicco as being calculated and observant. Gambino boss Paul Castellano once commented on DeCicco to Carvalho, Frank's a gambler, he's a street dog. Sammy, a successful gambler who played craps or roulette. DeCicco frequently manned illegal gambling establishment in Brooklyn and Manhattan and owned his own social club in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. In the late 1960s to the early 1970s, DeCicco joined the Gambino family and soon became a soldier. In 1973, DeCicco and future Lucchese crime family underboss Anthony Gaspar Casa were robbing diamond dealers and hijacking trucks throughout the New York State. DeCicco eventually became a protege of boss Paul Castellano. Also a bad beats native, the DeCicco crew was one of the most powerful in the Gambino family. It included associate Joseph the German Watts, John Gotti, chauffeur and bodyguard. DeCicco became heavily involved in labor racketeering with the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Union Local 282. Throughout Castellano he held a no-show IBT union official position with the Local 282. The members of the Local 282 delivered concrete and building materials to construction sites in New York City and Long Island, although they paid overtime. DeCicco was rarely present at the construction sites. DeCicco often attended meetings at the Castellano Hill Staten Island mansion. In 1978, Castellano allegedly ordered the murder of Gambino associate Nicholas Schibetta, a cocaine and alcohol user. Schibetta participated in several public fights and insulted the daughter of George DeCicco. Since Schibetta was Sammy's Carvalho's brother-in-law, Castellano asked Frank to first notify Carvalho of impending the hit. In 1983, Castellano ordered DeCicco to arrange the murder of Gambino soldier Roy Demeo. Demeo headed a crew that committed as many as 200 killings. By 1983, Demeo was under heavily law enforcement investigation. Worried that Demeo might become a covenant witness, Castellano ordered his killing, giving Demeo's fearsome reputation. DeCicco found it difficult to find any family members who would take the job. Finally, DeCicco recruited Gambino associates Anthony Center and Joseph Testa, both members of the Demeo crew, to murder their boss. The two mobsters murdered Demeo on January 10, 1983. In the late 1985, DeCicco and Gotti conspired to murder Castellano and his new underboss Thomas Bellotti. Castellano had arranged many traditional family members with his investigation of a white-collar crime and his perceived stinginess. When Castellano appointed his chauffeur Bellotti as his underboss to replace the recently deceased Emilio Della Croce, Gotti decided to move against Castellano. Although DeCicco had enjoyed close ties with Castellano, he joined Gotti, Carvalho and Joseph Giovanni Arbone and Frankie Locascio in a murder conspiracy. DeCicco tipped off Gotti that he was having a meeting with Castellano and several other Gambino mobsters at the Spark Steakhouse on December 16. DeCicco and mobsters James Vella appealed to Castellano to meet with the son of Della Croce. Since Castellano had skipped Della Croce's wake, this was a good way to make amends to the family. The dinner meeting was set up for Spark Steakhouse in Manhattan. Just before 5:30 p.m. on Monday, December 16, Castellano and Bellotti were shot to death while exiting their Lincoln town car outside of the Spark Steakhouse. Soon after Castellano's death, Gotti declared himself as new family boss and designated DeCicco as his underboss. DeCicco took control of all the white-collar rackets that once belonged to Castellano faction. On April 13, 1986, DeCicco was killed in Dyker Heights, Brooklyn, when his 1985 book Park Avenue was bombed following a visit to Castellano's lawyers James Feller. The bombing was carried out by Victor Amuso and Anthony Casso of the Lucchese family, on the orders of Vincent Giganti.